Okay, you have been studying for close to a month or more than a month for your exam. It's now the day before your exam and you're feeling nervous. What are you going to do? How are you going to get over this nervousness? What's the routine to do the day before an exam to pass it the next day? Let's talk about this in this video. I'm Andrew Ramdiel. I am the author of the world's best-selling PMP study guide, and I've helped hundreds of thousands of people pass this exam. By the way, what makes me an authority on this? What makes me the authority that I believe that I can make a video that tells you guys what to do the day before? Well, here's something. I have 66 certifications and I've taken over 100 exams. So I've been down this path many times. And in this video, I want to give you my routine of what I do the day before in order to succeed the next day. Let's get started. So right off the bat, you guys know this. I don't think you need a video to tell you this, but the best asset, the greatest asset you can have the day of the exam is a good night's sleep. That means that you need to have a good night's sleep. Let's set up a scenario. Let's say you're taking your exam on Friday. That's going to be the scenario for the rest of the video. You're taking your exam on Friday, and right now it's Thursday. It's Thursday morning. All right, what are we doing during Thursday morning and throughout the day Thursday to ensure we pass on Friday? That's what this is about. So we know that you're going to be taking PMP exam, right? CAPM, whatever exam you're taking. For example, PMP, you got a long exam there. You got a 4-hour test. You're going to be there 4.5 hours. So we know a good night's sleep. The question is, how do we get a good night's sleep? And this brings me to point number one. The first thing you guys are going to be doing the day before the test is wake up super early. Now, I'm not talking 6 o'clock. I'm not talking 7 o'clock. I'm talking like 4 o'clock. 3:30. I'm talking 5 o'clock the latest. Why? You see, exam anxiety is real. What are we talking about with exam anxiety? Well, the day before an exam, you start getting nervous. You start getting butterflies in your stomach. You start saying, oh my God, the exam is tomorrow. Then you start way overthinking it. You're blowing it out of proportions. Your heart starts racing and you can't calm down. This is not good, but it's normal. I've had it happen many times. Don't feel bad. The question is, how do we beat it? Well, one thing that could beat it is waking up early. Here's why. You see, exam anxiety leads to you not sleeping. So throughout the day Thursday, let's say you wake up like 8, 9 o'clock Thursday, and you're going to go to bed 10 o'clock Thursday night, 10, 11 o'clock, right? Here's the problem with this, is that you're going to be nervous, really, really nervous. And you might not sleep all night Thursday night. And if you don't sleep Thursday night, you're probably not going to pass. So you better get a good night's sleep. Here's my philosophy on this. Now, there's no theory behind this. It's just what I do. Here's what I do. I wake up super early and I exercise. Now, if you guys can't tell, I actually exercise like almost 7 days a week just to keep the way I'm looking now. Imagine I didn't exercise. I wake up really early. For me, it's 3:30, 4 o'clock. And I set my alarm in the living room. I take the phone and put in the living room. So what happens is, now my house is not very big, so when the alarm goes off in the living room, I have to get my butt off the bed and go shut off the alarm. And what I do, I just stay in the living room really early, and then I exercise. You see, my philosophy is this. Basically, I want to be super tired. Thursday morning, I woke up at 3 o'clock. Thursday night, 10, 11 o'clock, when I'm ready to go to bed, I'm so tired, boom! I'm going to fall on the bed and I'm going to sleep, because by Thursday night, I'm so tired. I don't care about PMP. I don't care about the exam. You know what I care about? Just getting a good night's sleep. That's tip number one. Wake up early. Do strenuous activity throughout the day. I want you to exercise. I want you to mow the lawn. I want you to take out the grass, work on a project, go to work, do everything that's physical. I want you super dead tired. That's the idea. That this is going to help calm the exam anxiety, especially if you exercise. It's going to help calm the anxiety down, and it's going to make you active and take your mind off of it. That's what you got to do. Okay, so number one, wake up early. Number two is do not study the day before. Now, let's be realistic. It's hopefully you're not a procrastinator. You've been studying for a month. Whatever you learned the day before, especially if you're nervous, you're probably not going to remember it. At this point, especially for something like a PMP exam, memorization really doesn't help you. If you do want to study, it's probably going to be a quick review, no more than an hour. That's all. I always tell people this. So Don't study the day before. Please don't do that. You're wasting your time, and your time is best spent being active and draining your energy levels down. That's your best time being spent, not studying. You should have already done that. But if you were a slacker or you're a procrastinator and you're saying, Andrew, I still didn't memorize those formulas. Okay, spend an hour or two studying. Not two. Just spend an hour studying and no more than that. Okay, what else are we doing? I think the most important thing that you should be doing the day before is knowing where you're going if you're taking it at a testing center, plotting that route, and or setting up your workspace. So let's talk about this. The main point of this is be set up for the next day. That's the point. Be set up for the next day. So here's what I mean. Let's say you're taking it at a testing center. You better know when you get off the bed Friday morning, you should know where you're going, right? Where exactly is the testing center? How am I going to get there? How long does it take to get there? And I'm going to give you a quick tip. Listen, if you know the path to get to your testing center is 1 hour away, and it's a 1 hour drive, and let's say you got your exam scheduled for 8 o'clock, you know you got to leave at 7. No, you leave at 6 o'clock. I tell this to all my students. If you are going to a testing center, I want you there 1 hour earlier, not 1 hour late. Here's what people don't know. If you show up late to a test, Pearson VUE has the authority to fail you and kick you out of the exam. And it counts as a forfeit. Basically, you never showed up to take the test. And they have the authority to do that 1 minute after. Listen, you don't know what's coming the next day. You don't even know what's coming the next second. In fact, the ceiling can fall right now and kill me, right? You don't know what's happening. We can have alien invasion right now. Don't think that you're going to wake up tomorrow and just go you're going to leave at 7 o'clock and you can show up there at 8 o'clock. No, I want you to leave at 6 and show up at 7, just in case. Remember, as project managers, we know we got to add a little extra time, right? Contingency. We got to add a little bit of contingency reserve to our schedule. Let's do that. Now, if you are taking it at home. Now, by the way, if you're taking it at a testing center, nothing to worry about on the setup. You just need to show up. That's the main point about the testing center. Just show up, they take care of everything else. By the way, before I go, I just thought about this. Make sure to have all your IDs. They will check your government ID. I mean, you should have that on you all at all times, but something like a driver's license or a passport or something, just make sure you have it at the side, you know where it is, so you're not waking up scrambling looking for it if you don't walk around with your government ID. Okay, if you're taking it at home, this is even super more important. The day before, don't wait for the day of the test. The day before, I want you to set up your entire workspace. I want you to clear out your desk. Now, if you're taking it at home, you can't have multiple monitors. You can only have one monitor. If you have a laptop, just get everything off the desk but the laptop. If you have a desktop, get everything off the desk but the desktop. One monitor, keyboard, and mouse, and that is it. Clear your workspace. Make sure it is absolutely perfect. When you register for the exam at home, they send you a link to test your computer. Make sure to use that link to test your microphone, test your speakers, test your internet connection, so the day after, the next day, you're ready to go. I don't want you to wake up Friday morning and trying to struggle or trying to rush to set up your workspace. That's anxiety you don't need. The day before is when you should have done all the physical work, not the day of the exam. So make sure you clear up your entire workspace. All right. Make sure you run that software. Make sure your computer is highly functional. Make sure your internet is good. Make sure you speak to the people in your house. Between this time and this time, don't bother me. Don't come into the room. If they walk in and they see somebody behind you, boom, you failed the test. You don't want that. Keep that in mind. All right, those are 3 things there. Let's talk of one more that I think is super important that we all do. And that is getting your mind mentally prepared. You see, I started out this video by saying exam anxiety is real, and it is. It is 100% real. And exam anxiety is going to lead to you not sleeping, lead to you being nervous. And I like to do a mental prep. Here's how you do it. I want you to find a seat and I want you to sit down, and I want you to really review what's going on. Think about this for a second. I want you to sit down. I want you to say to yourself, well, I'm nervous, because you probably will be. I would be. And why am I nervous? What's causing this nervousness? Well, I'm scared of failing. Say this. This is what you're saying to yourself. Why am I nervous? Well, because I'm scared of failing. What would happen if I fail? Would my wife leave me? No. Will my mother disown me? No. Would I lose my job? No. Is this a test where they're checking for cancer where I need to worry about the result? No. Will my kids leave me? No. Will I lose my house? No. So why am I scared of failing? Keep telling yourself this. Why am I scared of failing? If I fail, I gotta take it again. Okay, then why am you scared? I'm scared of paying again. Okay, so it's $275. Is that a lot of money? Yes, but it is not. Is it enough money to be worried about it right now? Probably not. You need to reprogram your brain. I need you to calm down the day before. I need you to remove that anxiety. And I go through these steps and I start telling myself, I start reprogramming my brain, and I keep telling myself that, you know what? It's not a big deal. I start to accept and welcome the failure. I start saying, okay, it's not so bad. You know what? I could do this. Let me stop being this. I'm being nervous about nothing. And guys, this works. I'm telling you guys, if you're nervous about a test, just sit down and really give it a good thought and reprogram your mind to tell your mind, hey, you're being nervous about nothing. Let me ask you guys a question. Are you guys worried right now about alien invasion? Are you guys worried about guys from Mars coming in and scooping you up and killing you and your family? Yes or no? No, right? Because your mind, you've trained your mind to tell you that's probably not going to happen, although it could. It could happen, right? You can't say no. It could happen at any time. But you know what? You basically trained your mind, and you're not going to worry about a risk like that can kill you. The risk here is $275. All right, hopefully you get the point on that story. In other words, don't be worried. It's just a risk of losing money. It's not a risk of losing your life like alien invasion. So keep that in mind. What I want you guys to do is to calm your mind. So quick review. What I want you guys to do the day before is I want you guys to wake up early, to do a lot of physical activity, drain your energy. Then I want you guys to make sure you know where you're going, set up your workspace. Remember, show up 1 hour earlier. I want you guys to make sure, anytime you're doing a test, don't study the day before. And of course, do my little mind activity. Now, the last thing here is going to be the bonus one. I was going to add this, but then I didn't. And I decided, you know what, let me just add it in at the end. And that is, be careful what you eat. This might not apply to everyone, but it applies to me. I have a sensitive stomach. I can't eat a lot of things. Like, I'm severely lactose intolerant, even though I like cake. Don't eat anything that would corrupt you tomorrow. You don't want diarrhea. Sorry for the graphics here. You don't want diarrhea. You don't want to feel like crap. You don't want to wake up feeling like crap. Like, if I drink a lot of beer, I wake up the next day feeling like crap. If I wanted 2 beers, I'm probably fine, but don't do anything. Don't drink alcohol that'll screw up your mind the next day. Don't eat garbage that'll mess up your stomach, gives you diarrhea, gives you bloatiness. Eat what it takes for you to feel amazing the next day. Because you know what? The next day is Judgment Day. And if you follow these tips, I'm sure you're going to ace your exam. Guys, if you found value in this video, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. I teach hundreds of thousands of people to pass their PMP exam with all of my different courses, whether it's my simulator, my live class, I have a live coaching program, my live boot camps, and of course my self-study courses. The links are below to all of those courses. Check them out if you enjoy my presentation, and I'll see you in the next video.